So hello guys, in this video we are going to solve this problem. So in this problem it is given that suppose that f of x is a differentiable invertible function and f of x is not equal to 0 and h of x is this integral, and given that f of 1 and f dash 1 has a value 1 and g of x is inverse of f of x, and then we have this capital D function which is x square g of x minus x times h of g of x for all x belongs to real number, then we have to tell which option is correct. So this is the problem. So let's see how we can do this. So you see in the option we need g dash x and g double dash x value. So let's see how we can calculate this. So first of all, you see we have this h of x function which is equal to this integral. Now if you differentiate both the side, you will get h dash x is equal to f of x and h double dash x is equal to f dash x. Now if you see h of one value, then this will become like integral 1 to 1 f of t dt, and we are integrating from 1 to 1, so essentially this is 0. So we can directly say that h of one value is 0 and f of 1 and f dash 1 value is given as 1. And h dash x is f of x. So h dash 1 is this f of 1 and h double dash x is f dash x. So this h double dash 1 is this f dash 1. So all are equal to 1. We can directly say that. And now in the problem it is also given that this g of x is inverse of f of x. So this g of x is this inverse of f of x. So we can say that g of 1 is the f of 1 inverse, f inverse of 1, and we know f of 1 is equal to 1, so we can directly say that f inverse of 1 is equal to 1. For which value of x you are getting 1? So for x is equal to 1, you are getting f of x is equal to 1. So we can directly say that g of 1 is equal to 1. So now we have all this value. Now we know this g of x is inverse of f of x, so we can say that f of g of x is equal to x. And f dash g of x and g dash x is equal to 1. If you differentiate this, you will get this. And if you put x is equal to 1, then you will get this is equal to 1. And from here, you can say that uh, because we know g of 1 is equal to 1, so this thing will become like f dash of 1, and f dash of 1 value we know it is equal to 1. So from here we can say that 1 multiplied by g dash 1 is equal to 1. So g dash 1 value is 1. So we have this information also. So we know g dash 1 value, we know g of 1 value, we know all these values, and we have this information and this information. So all this information we have. So now let's move to the real problem. So we have this capital D function which is this x square g of x minus x multiplied by h of g of x. So we need g dash x and g double dash x. So if you calculate capital g dash x, this is equal to x square g dash x plus 2 of x g of x minus h of g of x and minus x multiplied by h dash g of x multiplied by g dash x. So simple differentiation. Now you know this h dash x is f of x from this. So this h dash g of x will become f of g of x, and f of g of x, we know g of x is inverse of f, so f of g of x is equal to x. So we can directly put h dash g of x as x. So if you put x here, it will become like x square g dash x with a minus sign, and this will cancel with this. So the final remaining thing is these two terms. And if you double differentiate, you will get, if you double differentiate this, you will get 2 times g of x plus 2 times x multiplied by g dash x minus h dash g dash x and minus h dash g of x multiplied by g dash x. So this is the thing you will get after differentiation. So you know this h dash g of x is x, we just calculated previously. And uh, if you subtract these two terms, you will get x multiplied by g dash x. Now we want to calculate here g dash 1 and double dash 1 value. So let's see uh, what this value are coming. So we know this g dash x. So if you put x is equal to 1, you will get this is equal to 2 multiplied by g of 1 minus h of g of 1. And we know this g of 1 value is equal to 1 here. So uh, this will become like 2 multiplied by g of 1 minus h of 1. H of 1 we also know it is 0. This we know this is 0. And this g of 1 we know it is 1. So the finally this value is equal to 2. And if you calculate g double dash 1, it will be equal to 2 multiplied by g of 1 and plus 1 multiplied by g dash 1. So g of 1 value is 1 and g dash 1 value, if you see, this is also equal to 1. So this will become 3. So g dash 1 value is this 2 and g double dash 1 value is 3. So if you see essentially, so this A option and D option is correct. So in this way we can solve this.